I just thought I'd give you a little account of my time here since November last year, 2024, so it's now August 2025. In all my years working on taxis, we've done a lot of clutches and stuff like that, but never in all my days have I changed so many engines. They're not all here, there's only a few here of what I've actually done, but I'm going to show you what we have done. This one here on the end, it's all right, they're all going to the scrap man shortly. This one here is a mini engine, but it's the Peugeot line, petrol. This was a customer's car. He ran out of coolant. He boiled the engine and completely cooked it like a dickhead, okay? Obviously there's not a temperature gauge on the Mini, I don't think anyway, so he wouldn't have seen that. So it was too late by the time he'd stopped. I think the actual car stopped by itself, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's screwed. This engine is a 2.3, it's a bit of a rare one. This is a Mark IV Mondeo, 2.3 litre petrol. Big ends were rattling. So that was the end of that. Done that in a day, by the way. Focus 1.6 petrol engine. This particular engine, what happens with it, it had camshaft drive belts fitted like nearly a year ago, and for whatever reason, in the crankshaft here, the crankshaft bolt literally sheared off. It just broke, which I don't understand, because I've never had like a crankshaft bolt just break in half, but that's what happened. And obviously, if anyone knows about these Focus engines, the bottom sprocket doesn't have a keyway. So the bottom sprocket just spins on the crankshaft. It's the crankshaft bolt that holds the whole lot and sprocket in place, timed up. So obviously it lost its timing, smashed all the valves. Luckily we had a spare engine here, so we just put another engine in the car. And by the way, after I'd fitted the new engine, we ran the new engine up, didn't we? Ran the new engine up, drove it around, it was absolutely pucker, parked it up outside for about 4 or 5 hours, went to go home in it, put the ignition on, and it come up speed limited mode, engine malfunction, and wouldn't even start. After looking into it, it turned out it was the throttle housing just went faulty out for no reason whatsoever, and it stopped the engine from starting. But we fixed that, we had a spare throttle housing. This one here, big lump, diesel engine out of a Nissan X-Trail. It's a 4-wheel drive automatic, absolute, quite a big job to change that. I will say though, now after doing that and changing this engine, it's fairly well thought out for Nissan, and when you get your head around it, it wasn't that bad to actually do. But this engine, I don't know what went wrong. Basically the big end started rattling. When I reversed it in the yard, it got towed here. When I reversed it into this garage to start taking the engine out, I was lucky to get in here. The engine con rods were rattling that bad, I literally thought they were going to come through the side of the bloody block. But yeah, this is a big old, and the automatic gearbox, we tried to pull the automatic gearbox off and leave the torque converter inside the gearbox, but it weren't having it. It was jammed solid on the crankshaft. So we had to pull the gearbox off, leave the torque converter on the flywheel. Of course, oil went all over the flipping place, although it weren't as bad as what sometimes it is. And we had to use lever bars to get the flipping torque converter off the flywheel. Then it just jumped off, didn't it? The whole torque converter just jumped off. But yeah, that's all done, and that's running as sweet as a nut now. Over here, just down here, that is an automatic transmission out of a Mark III Focus, like 2011 onwards. They kind of do all kinds of funny things. This was like wasn't changing gear properly, lurching and losing, putting the car into limited mode. This is about the 3rd one of these I've done. In fact, all these automatic gearboxes on the Mark III Focuses, they're not very good. They seem to have a lot of problems, and they're very electrical. You've got bloody actuators here for the clutch mechanism. You've got a bloody great ECU. They go wrong quite frequently. Whereas the Mark II Focuses, the automatic gearboxes with the proper torque converters in them, they are very reliable. These ones are not so reliable. We've done quite a few of them. We've done no end of clutch jobs. We've done other engine jobs, which the engines have gone now. So we've been busy, very busy. But anyway, that's my little account of what we've done in the last few months. So enjoy. Not. That is a diesel Nissan X-Trail. Not my first choice of vehicles by long chalk. It will add to the pile of scrap engines. I think a big end has gone in this and it's clattering around. It's about to come through the side of the engine block. But we have a new engine to fit right there. So we seem to be doing a lot of engine changes lately. So it keeps us busy, that's for sure. Anyway, have a smiley day. Hurrah! You know, I'm getting too bloody old for this. Say hello to Happy. Well, we've just successfully fitted another engine, not a new one, but a second-hand engine in this Mark II Focus. The reason being, this engine here, someone put a cam belt on this last year, about a year ago, and just in there, the reason this engine's failed is because the crank bolt was sheared off. So it's lost all its timing and it's bashed all the valves. And so now we had a second-hand engine. Et voila! Started up first flick of the key. Alright. Tyler, what are we doing? This is a Peugeot
208.
I don't even know what it is. It's a Peugeot. They all look the bloody same to me. Right? This is what you call a semi-automatic gearbox. Basically, it's a bullshit manual gearbox with a shit ton of electrics bolted onto it. The car won't drive. It was screaming its nuts off, making the most horrendous noise. So we thought, let's take the gearbox out and have a look. The only reason I said that is because I saw it had a conventional clutch arm, and also that clutch arm is operated by a frigging ECU and a electric motor to actually operate the arm, just like a, you know, like the normal clutch cable would do if it went back to the old days. That's the release bearing, that's what's left of it. That's our problem. So we need a new release bearing. That sleeve might be okay. Up here, there, I don't know where my torch is. See the clutch pressure plate, how badly worn that is? And the bearing is just disintegrated, there's nothing left of it. So we're going to put a new clutch in this and hope that it works. Because we're good here, ain't we, bro? Now that is what you call a shit cloud. Oh my God. Alright, me again. This is a 2012 Peugeot RCZ 1.6 litre petrol engine. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's a 1.6. Holy crap, you would have thought they'd have put a 2 litre in there at least, for all this bullshit that's under the bonnet. But anyway, it's a twin cam engine. And what's happened is, it was pissing out water by the back of the water pump. what was initially thought was the water pump, but it's this pipe that runs down the back of the engine. And the end of the pipe had snapped off and disintegrated and gone into the cooling system somewhere. So the O-ring was just flapping around in the back of the water pump, so it was pissing water out. So initially we thought it was a water pump, but it's not, it's obviously that pipe. Well, I just said that twice. But if you ever have the serious misfortune to have to change one of those pipes, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Number one, once you take off all the bullshit under the bonnet, drain the cooling system and God only knows what, you have to take the thermostat housing off the car, which is on the cylinder head. You have to unbolt it completely. And I'm telling you now, there's a big clip that goes in there where the thermostat housing pushes into this pipe. You really need to remove this other little pipe, take the thermostat housing off, remove this old pipe. When you put it back together, put the thermostat housing in this pipe first. It will be a struggle, it's tough. Even with silicone spray on the O-ring, it's tough to get it in. Then put your clip on, because you'll never get it on underneath there, because it's really, you can't see what you're doing under there. But I tried getting this pipe on and then putting the thermostat on, it wouldn't work. So I had to take this pipe out of the car, put the thermostat on first, onto the pipe, put the clip in, and that clip has to be in dead right. Then you can slide the whole lot round the back of the engine. You literally have to hold this at the back of the water pump where it slides in while adjusting the thermostat housing to the right position to get the bolts in. Then when you push the bolts in and tighten the thermostat housing in, it will push this with the O-ring into the back of the water pump. And I'm telling you, if you don't do it that way, you will struggle forever and a frigging day, lose your shit and get absolutely nowhere. So I've just saved you a world of shit. It's a tighter. But she's coming out. Like a glove. So following on from the last reel, there is the old engine that, by the way, the customer cooked it, drove the car to destruction with no water in it because he's a dumbass. So there you go. He then sold the car to us for a song because he couldn't afford the repair bill. So we bought it for next to nothing. The engine's now fitted, look at that. I shall start it up. It took all of a couple hours and it was done. Whoever buys this car is going to be like a dog with two dicks. You know why? Because I fixed it. See ya. The complaint is, it feels like I'm driving on bricks. There. How about this then? Try learning how to drive. Fantastic. Holly!
Hey Joe.
Holly! Like the new car. So we're road testing a Vauxhall Zafira here. Somebody is potentially going to buy this vehicle. I just wanted to point out that if you ever watched Top Gear, it was Jeremy Clarkson who came out with a famous line. These cars are for people who have literally given up on life. And I second that. This vehicle is equivalent to the fat, ugly bird that you would just probably breeze past. Cut. See that bolt? If you don't tackle that properly, you're in a whole world of shit. That's what's called an impact driver. Without using that, you'll bugger it. You'll screw the head up because they're tight. Water! Bingo. I get all the good jobs, me. Don't take away the music, it's the only thing I've got. It's my little piece of rock. Woo! This is a 2008 Ford Mondeo Mark IV. What's a little bit different about it, it's a 2.3 litre petrol. And holy shit, man. Shane's going to put his foot down on the way back. He's Scottish, he's being a bit like retarded. Tight is the word.
Retarded?
Needs a glass of whiskey. But we've just put an engine in this because this car's owned by an Americano, right? He comes in the garage and he knocks our cars for being rusty underneath. The guy needs to see underneath this car. This car is fucking rusty. But anyway, look at us go. Woo! We're flying like a fucking bird, man. Oh! On our second-hand scrapyard engine, which actually works for once. So what's not to like? Anyway, road test over. Cut!
Hey Joe.
Goddamn Americanos! What's up, Dark?
Using the fire is hard work.
Finally getting him to do some proper work on this 31 degrees centigrade day.
So hot.
Rear trailing arm bushes on a Ford Mondeo Mark IV. Enjoying it?
Right.
The bush kind of fell to pieces. Yeah, that's a nice car. Shame about the owner. Come and look at this. The problem is, what ticked me off, he was going to buy a car off us and he asked to have a look underneath the car. So we got the car off our sales lot and he goes, oh, it's a little bit rusty underneath. I thought most cars are a bit rusty underneath. Yeah, instead of buying a car, he spends £3,500, okay, which is more money than what it would have cost him to buy a car off us, to put an engine in this car, his own car, which he owns. And take a look at this. Look at the goddamn rust under here. Is this part of his deal? Friggin' Americanos. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. Hypocrite comes to mind. Cut. Alright, take a look at this. You see all the fag ash all over the dashboard? All down there. Absolutely disgusting. People like that are everything that is wrong with this country. The depravity, it is disgusting. If I ever get to treating my car like that, not that I smoke, but if I did decide to smoke and I dropped all my fag ash all over the dash, shoot me. You know, Tyler, I'm sweating just watching you.